YouTube.
YouTube?
YouTube taught me.
Okay.
Hashtag YouTube taught me.
And what did you learn? How did you learn how to foundation match?
Thank you for that question. What's up, beautiful people? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. You know I do. Kuro. Welcome back for another video. Hey, girl. So today I have Mo with me, okay? Hey, Mo, introduce yourself. I ain't got time, Mo.
Hi guys, my name is Mo. You can follow me at Mo Giselle Beauty. I'm gonna be doing nails and makeup today. So I work at B's Beauty Bar and Spa. That's in Southfield, Michigan. Come check us out. We do brows, makeup, lashes. We do nails, massages, everything that you need but hair. Because they got that covered for you. But for makeup, we're going to do a demonstration today showing you how to foundation match, how to prep the skin, how to have a natural look that looks professional like someone else did. Okay, so if you want to know more about that, stay tuned.
How about it? And so, girl, I brought her in too because y'all keep asking me and they ain't there. They're like, that's not where you're supposed to put it. I said, well, this is what I do. Okay, so that's why I brought Mo in because I'm like, ask a professional, okay? So if you already had some questions, make sure you leave it down below, okay? And I'll make sure she answers them. I'll be guessing.
So first thing, we always want to go into skin first, skincare before foundation. To me, that is the most important part of the whole makeup routine. I can't tell you how many times people ask me, why does your skin look like that? What are you using? And I tell them, they're like, I got that, and I don't look like that. And it's all about the skincare. So that's why I always start off with asking questions when I'm doing makeup on other people. But feel free to ask the same questions on yourself. So, Nay, how your skin feeling right now?
It feels good.
Feels good?
It feels smooth, soft.
Okay, after you wash typically, how does it feel? Do you feel tightness? You feel like you need to pat your face down? You're getting oily?
No, not right after I wash my face.
Okay. You feel pretty normal?
I feel normal.
Pretty normal. And then throughout the day, do you feel like you get
grease?
Okay. Everywhere or just certain spots?
I feel like everywhere. So let me just say, I was like, man, all that work with my makeup and starting fucking stuff. You know how makeup starts to feel like it's just sticking in your skin. That's how you feeling, y'all, by midday. I'm like, what I do wrong? So right here,
Okay.
and here. And then right there some days.
Yes.
And then I have smile line. So I have that too.
Okay. So what you described is a T-zone. Okay. So that's literally this T right here. That's typically where we produce the most oil throughout the day. And if you just produce oil in that place throughout the day, doesn't typically mean that you're oily. That's just naturally occurring. Once you get oil producing like in your cheeks, a lot in the forehead and this lip, that's when you will categorize yourself as an oily skin type.
Okay. Y'all
Don't
hear
be
that?
afraid of oil too, because oil makes you look younger.
When I heard that, I said,
yes, okay.
Makes sense. Yeah, so let's get this video started. Girl, let's get it.
So the first thing I'm going to use is, we already started with moisturizer first. I just used one that was really basic. For normal skin, so it's not gonna interact with your oiliness or anything, but I still want you to be nice, soft, and glowy. Okay. So in certain spots, I'm actually gonna add a beauty oil. So the beauty oil I'm using is actually by MAC. It's their Prep and Prime Essential Oils. I'm actually gonna use this around the perimeter of your face to give you some more hydration. Your skin is just not one, you know? It would be cool if it was, but it's not just one type. Yeah, same when we get to the foundation, you will see that too. We're not one color, especially women of color. We have multiple skin tones and undertones in our skin that we have to match. So that whole little swiping on the side doesn't always apply. Yes. And now I'm gonna put some eye cream under her eye as well.
Oh, I never got eye cream before.
So I'm using MAC's eye cream. This is fast response eye cream. It's very simple. It doesn't have like a lot of anti-aging ingredients. It's just like a caffeinated eye cream because we want to depuff, although her under eye is really good. But when we're going in with concealer and powder and all of that, you want the under eye to be very soft. You don't want it to have crepiness where like it falls and breaks under the eyes. So
YouTube taught me.
Okay.
Hashtag YouTube taught me.
And what did you learn? How did you learn how to foundation match?
Thank you for that question. I would say it was honestly like the the side of the face first. No,
Okay.
no, it was first. Let's just be honest. Can we be honest?
Okay, yeah.
It was a hand.
Okay.
It was a hand. And I started seeing people going on this end. I said, okay, maybe is that my light skin? Fine. Like, I don't want light skin right there. And then it turned into like the side of the face, and I was like, okay. And then, of course, everybody that follows Jackie Ina, she started putting it on her chest.
Yes.
So I was like, oh, there's too many steps.
Yes.
And I still ain't got it right.
Yes. So that's so funny you said that, because I think most people start off with their hand, because we're so used to just stopping in a drugstore or in a makeup store and swatching things on our hands. But that's the worst thing to do. Don't do the hands, okay? Because your hands are not the same color as your face. Your hand is more exposed to the sun. So it's a lot darker a lot of times. Even inside the wrist, this is not the same. This is like the lightest part of your body. This is like your under eye concealer color. You know what I mean?
That's
so you need to match that. Do that. Yeah. Under eye concealer, match your arm. But for the face, it's a no. And then a lot of makeup artists, we've been taught to do the side of the cheek, which in a lot of cases, it does work. For people that's one skin tone, it does work. But like I said earlier, most women of color, we have multiple skin tones in one. So usually we're lighter in the middle of our face, our cheekbones, our nose area, under the lip. This whole middle is usually lighter than the perimeter of your face, which is naturally occurring as well because you're in the sun. So your forehead is usually getting darker, usually around June and July, than the rest of your face. Same with your the side of your face. We always call this the trucker side because it gets darker from you driving all the time. So there's multiple reasons why.
I just started that.
Right?
Are you not following the follow mode? Y'all hear the gym she's dropping.
So you have to take all that in consideration when you're color matching. Like the first time I did my own color match, it was ridiculous. I looked like an orange Oompa Loompa because...
I remember that day, that video I posted, I said I looked like an Oompa Loompa.
Because I matched the side of my face here, and clearly the middle of my face was not that color. When it comes to color matching, I usually look at a person and I try to find an overall tone, and then I try to find what other tones I see in her skin. So just looking at Nay, she's lighter here, and she has a warmer skin tone in the middle of her face while she's gold. She's gold in the middle of her face and warm on the outside of her face. So if she just went to Sephora and walked in there, a person would have just strictly put her in a warm tone, which might not look bad. But then she loses all the gold in her skin in the middle. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually match her to two different colors, okay? So let's swatch and see. So the foundation.
Go closer. I thought we should go closer.
For the match? Yeah. For the swatches, at least.
Come here, camera. Let's see if this is a good spot I put myself.
So we're gonna get a little bit closer for you. So we're gonna use MAC Studio Fix foundation. It's a great foundation, full coverage matte. Look at that. It's so crazy. You can find it immediately when it's there. So as you see, as soon as I put on that third one, it disappeared.
Where's her?
Where's that, y'all? Still, we want to blend just to entertain ourselves.
Good.
And look at that one. That middle too, it's blending. You see it a little bit, but it's still blended. That doesn't mean it's not an accurate match. That might be your highlight shade.
Okay.
And let's do the last one. And look at the last one. Still, all three blended into her skin. We just see a little bit of difference in undertone. So we see that the last one matches like spot on. So we're gonna use that as her perimeter color. It has the warmth that matches to her outside of her skin perfectly. So we know we're gonna use that one. Then we got this one in the middle. It's a little bit lighter, a little bit more yellow, just like the perimeter of her face, which looks really good. Then we have this one here too. It has a little bit of a peach tone. Don't know if you can see it here, but it's a little bit of a peach undertone in it that we can see. So it's not bad, but it's not totally golden, right? So we're gonna go with the last two shades.
Okay.
And we're gonna make that into Nay's color.
See y'all soon. Are y'all learning? Y'all better be learning. Better be writing some stuff down.
Okay, so you are the last Okay, so these are her shades, guys. So this is an NW50 by MAC, and this is an NW55 by MAC. So we're gonna use these colors together to create her custom shade. Now I know what y'all about to say, because I used to hear it all the time at MAC. I do not want to buy 2 foundations. I know you don't. I hate it too. But listen, hear me out. It is a way to get around that. We're gonna use concealer in the same shade as your lighter shade in the middle of your face. So that's a way to get around buying 2 foundations at one time. But you need it. Wanna know why? Because when the seasons change, your foundation changes. So by the time the winter time comes, Nay's gonna be a lot more into this color. She might have a little bronzer on too, but she's gonna be using this a lot more than her darker shade. Okay. And then as she get darker, when July, August, end of beginning of September comes, she's gonna be fully in this shade. So in your kit, you're gonna have 2 to 3 colors all year round anyway, because you change colors. So just go ahead and make the investment and you're set for the whole year. All right, so now I'm gonna start with her middle of her face. So I'm gonna use a paddle brush. I like using paddle brush when it comes to foundation because it applies it really soft. I used to be a beat face honey. Okay, shout out to beat face honey, love you. I used to be a beat face. I wanted a hard brush, something super thick, and I was just pounding away, which it does make it full coverage, but you can do it much softer without all that beat. So I'm using a fluffy brush today. This is the 127 by MAC. And I'm gonna start with her lighter shade, okay? And I like to start in the middle of the face because the middle of the face typically needs the most amount of coverage. And as you feel, I'm going really, really soft. When I'm holding my brush, it's like the tip. So when I first started doing makeup, I was like this. Like, come on. I gotta paint this color on. And I used to see other makeup artists and they used to have their brush like this and just so, and I'm like, what you doing? Why? Yeah, but the pressure you have in your brush makes all the difference. So when I'm doing makeup, I'm actually holding the brush really, really far off my hand to lose some of that control so it can be much softer. It should not feel like you're beating your face. That's what you did. So as you see, I'm just putting on her highlight areas. The cheeks, the nose, the forehead, upper lip. So as you see, we're still just blending on her under eye, and your under eye concealer will crease. There's no way around it. Naturally, it has to crease. I mean, we're human, she has to blink, right? So the concealer is gonna crease into the fold of her eye, which is totally fine. So I always like to blend it on, let it settle. It's gonna crease in a few minutes. So I'll work on something else and then I'll go back in and just re-blend it. I took this color and I put it all over, down her neck, around her forehead. It wouldn't have been a perfect match. We'll actually lose some of that warmth and bronziness that she has in her cheek area and around her face. So again, that's why this is so important, that darker shade. So now I'm gonna go into that darker shade and start blending the perimeters of her face. So now I'm gonna have you turn a little bit.
You want my earrings gone?
They so cute though.
I know, right?
They so cute.
See you later.
Okay. So we're gonna start on the sides, blending from her, where we're meeting that last color on her cheek, going to her ear. I always put foundation on the ears, guys. And now I'm working that product down her neck. I don't grab more product. I use whatever's on the brush and work it down. Her natural highlight is there, her natural warmth is still there. If I would have done that warmth all over, her glow and her goldiness would have been gone. To the other side. And the colors serve multiple purposes. Like, In the wintertime, I use my darker shades to actually contour my face. So your foundation products, no matter what color it is, will always have a purpose. So don't think of it as a loss that you have to buy so many colors or blah, blah, blah. Look at it as a blessing. You're a piece of art. Blending it into her hairline. Please, please blend it to your hairline. You don't have to make your edges brown. You ain't gotta do that.
I used to make my hair.
Because that was me too. I used to have brown and powder edges as well. Your hair scarf on. You know, we have to take your ours off.
Because we had a...
Yeah. But we just don't hold it. So we don't color those edges. But you do want to make sure you're getting that color all around so you don't have that line of demarcation. So when you look at it now.
Look at me.
Skin perfected. Okay. And we didn't lose anything.
Yeah. I was trying to show y'all my shoulders. I forgot.
Let's get off it. Okay. So.
But that is so interesting.
Oh, good.
And how all of it can like mix together. Like it's not just one use. Like it can be year round.
That's one I hate. That's really why I hate when people say they want one foundation, because it's like, bro, no, you know.
And then especially too, like especially people that, and this is, we be honest, like we watch people on YouTube and like they use one color.
Yes.
A lot of these ladies are able to use one foundation color.
Yeah.
But you got somebody like me, I'm like, till this day, like I could not find one color.
No.
And I learned something today.
And it's not a thing. For a lot of us, it's just not a thing. Like, it's okay. Or like our bodies is totally different from our face. Like, think about the ladies who they literally don't go outside unless it's for work. And so their face is super dark compared to their body. How are you matching that? Right? So you literally got to become an artist in creating that color again. You got to bring the lightness back up into your face, you know, without turning to Casper. Like, okay, that's a whole thing. Right. So now concealer. So concealer kind of like, to me, changed the makeup game a little bit, especially when like Shape Tape came out, because everyone was like on this highlight and contour kick. They couldn't figure out how to do it. So once people figured out the easiest way to do it is just concealer, I feel like concealer made a comeback. They use way too much. I
was that person. I'm like, Janae, now it's all down here at this point.
Right. Once you pass that high cheekbone area, you're doing too much. You're going too far. If you're going through a concealer bottle every month, what's going on? Okay. Yeah. And that's another thing. That's why I apply foundation first, because the foundation gives her a base, and whatever is not covered, that's where we're going to go in with concealer with. So I'm going to use NW45. So as y'all saw earlier, we used NW50 and NW55 for her complexion perfection. I'm going up 2 shades for her highlighting, because we want to lift those areas and really amplify them. So it's going to be a lot lighter, not too light, but a lot lighter than her natural shade. I know a lot of people like to go up 3 and 4 shades. If you're just starting out, I wouldn't recommend that, just because you have to learn how to really blend and get it looking as natural as possible. And then in pictures, it doesn't always photograph well because it's really light. You will have those like ringlets, triangle ringlets under your eye when you take a photo. So it's better to just go up 1 or 2 shades. And I'm going to show you how you can get a little extra highlight without getting that cast back. So I'm over to soften her up.
You know they're going to ask what you use.
Oh, so that was MAC setting spray, the rose water one. So now I'm going to take a brush. This is just a soft paddle brush, and just tap under her eyes. I'm not beating, just tapping. Side to side. So the powder I'm using is by AJ Crimson. If you do not follow him by now, you should. He is a mecca in the industry. He does tons of celebs. He came out with his own makeup line. It's black owned. He's from Detroit. Woo woo. Yes. So he's amazing. His powder, this is his banana powder. So this is to give darker skin a little bit of a highlight. So I'm gonna press
the color.
Oh yeah. So this is it, if it focuses. Yes, so it's just a yellow tone, a banana-like color, but it's finely milled, so it doesn't have that chalky, thick feeling like banana powder by Ben 9, which everyone used to use. It used to be amazing, but it's too thick. And as you see, I'm not going all down here. I'm literally focusing it right there. And press it. I'm gonna be a little dramatic. And I'm gonna just liberally place this powder under her eye. Now the purpose of this part is for when I work on her eyeshadow and her eye area, any shadow that falls out, I can literally sweep it off her face. So this one you look crazy. This is the part of the makeup app that ain't cute. So now she got her highlight look. Okay. Now you look like YouTube.
Look.
Yeah.
Hi guys, welcome to my
We're
channel.
finished.
So today, bye.
Thanks for visiting. I remember you said you want to do